Pope Leo XIV has said that he chose the name Leo XIV because late Pope Leo XIII made a great impact in the first industrial revolution during his time, adding that the current industrial revolution of artificial intelligence, AI, that posed a new challenge to the defense of human dignity, justice and labor warrant the Church to offer her social teachings in response to the AI industrial development threat. This, as it could be recalled that while billions of people across the globe awaited the election of the new Pope, an AI-generated photo of Donald Trump dressed and seated as the new Pope was posted on social media through the verified account of President Donald Trump on Truth social media platform, with President Donald Trump later on Monday dismissing the backlash against the AI-generated image of him as the Pope posted by the White House on social media, saying it was a harmless joke. But communications experts, as reported by Reuters, said they did not see the funny side of the preceding weekend AI-generated posts of Trump dressed in white papal vestments and another of him wielding one of the red lightsabers preferred by villains in the Star Wars movies. Details of Pope Leo XIV's statement as presented by the Vatican news media reads verbatim below. In his first address to the College of Cardinals, Pope Leo XIV invokes the legacy of both Pope Francis and Pope Leo XIII, saying that he wants the Church to respond to a new industrial revolution and to the development of artificial intelligence. Pope Leo XIV has revealed the inspiration behind the name he chose, one which, in his own words, echoes the Church's enduring commitment to human dignity and social justice. Pope Leo XIII, with the historic encyclical Rerum Novarum, addressed the social question in the context of the first great industrial revolution, Pope Leo recalled. Today, the Church offers to all her treasure of social teaching in response to another industrial revolution and the developments of artificial intelligence. A name, then, not only rooted in tradition, but one that looks firmly ahead to the challenges of a rapidly changing world and the perennial call to protect those most vulnerable within it. Addressing the cardinals, whom he called the closest collaborators of the Pope, on Saturday, Pope Leo XIV delivered his first official address as the successor of Peter, expressing heartfelt gratitude and an awareness of the immense responsibility now entrusted to him. This yoke, he said, is clearly far beyond my strength, as it would be for anyone. Pope Leo noted that the days that preceded his election had been marked by mourning, as the Church bid farewell to Pope Francis. Recognizing the emotional weight of that farewell, the Pope described the death of the beloved Pope Francis and the subsequent conclave as a paschal event, one enveloped in the light of the resurrection. The new Bishop of Rome paid tribute to his predecessor, remembering Pope Francis's simplicity, his radical dedication to service, and his peaceful return to the Father's house. Let us treasure this precious legacy and resume our journey, he said, animated by the same hope that comes from faith. The Holy Father reminded those gathered of the quiet yet powerful presence of the risen Christ, not in the roar of thunder and earthquake, but in the whisper of a gentle breeze. It is in this stillness, he said, that we encounter God most intimately, and it is this encounter that must guide the Church in her mission today. Pope Leo then went on to speak of the Church as both womb and flock, as field and temple, and he praised the unity shown by the faithful in the days of mourning, describing it as having revealed the true greatness of the Church. Looking ahead to the future, Pope Leo XIV reiterated the path set in motion by the Second Vatican Council, a path renewed and reinterpreted under Pope Francis. He highlighted key themes from Pope Francis's apostolic exhortation Evangelii Gaudium: the primacy of Christ, synodality, the sensus fidei, the supernatural sense of the faithful, popular piety, care for the poor, and courageous engagement with the world. These are gospel principles through which the merciful face of the Father has been revealed and continues to be revealed in the Son made man, said Pope Leo. Bringing his discourse to a close, Pope Leo XIV called his brother cardinals and the wider Church to continue along this path with prayer and commitment. Finally, he quoted St. Paul VI, at the dawn of his own pontificate, praying that a great flame of faith and love may once again spread across the world, lighting the way for all people of goodwill. We had reported that Pope Leo XIV, the new head of the Catholic Church and the first ever Pope from the United States, US and North America continent, and the second from the two America continents, has said that there are many settings or places in the world people considered the Christian faith to be only for the weak, calling on people to cultivate a better personal relationship with Christ, saying, without faith, life is meaningless. The new Pope, who had been ardent opposition to the policies of the new US President, Donald Trump, stated this at his first Mass held shortly after he was elected as the new head of the Christian faith to lead more than 1 billion Catholic faithfuls in the world and as one of the major pressure group leaders in the world. The new Pope had previously criticized the policies of President Donald Trump just as his predecessor, late Pope Francis, had always condemned Trump policies on illegal immigration, with records showing that the late Pope, Pope Francis, promoted and elevated the new Pope, Pope Leo XIV, multiple times within a short period to the high level to qualify him becoming the next Pope. We had reported that the camerlengo of the Apostolic Chamber, Cardinal Kevin Farrell, at about 9:45 a.m. on Monday announced the death of Pope Francis from the Casa Santa Marta, hours after Pope Francis had called for an end to wars in Gaza, Ukraine, Sudan, Congo, Yemen and other humanitarian crises in Myanmar, South Sudan, in the Sahel, the Horn of Africa, the Great Lakes, Lebanon, Syria, and thus, begging political leaders not to yield to fear but use the state resources under their custody to fight and eradicate hunger and promote development among the people, which, the Pope said, are weapons of peace, adding that there can't be peace without the freedom of religion, expression, thoughts and respect for one another's views, just as the Pope on Sunday at around 11:30 a.m., less than 20 hours to his death, met in person with the Vice President of the United States, James David Vance, after the Pope had called on President Donald Trump to end his anti-immigrant policy, asking Catholics in America to reject the anti-immigrant narratives canvassed by the US government led by President Donald Trump.
Osasua Media, bringing you the news in a more digital way.